Hi guys, it's Kinezi here. Just got another video today, something a little bit different to what I normally do. I just want to share a little bit of advice on a topic that I think a lot of people in life do struggle with, especially people that are younger. Now, it is the topic of living your life with insecurities. So I'm just going to break it down how I kind of approach life and adopt these kind of things that have helped me overcome my own, especially throughout my travels, and which could help you for the rest of your life. So first things first, the way I see it is everybody does get dealt their cards of life. So these cards do represent what you're made up of. So things like where you're born, the color of your skin, your body type, whether you're tall and short. These are all things that make you up. Now that's everybody. Everybody gets dealt cards. So everyone has different kind of cards compared to everyone. And when you're growing up, when you're in high school, people don't like the cards that they're dealt. They're constantly, wishing they got a different hand dealt, so they're going to be unhappy with all the kind of stuff that they've been given. Now, this is kind of a bad thing because you're always going to be wishing that you were different. So let's take, for instance, if let's say you wanted 5 things different about your life. So you wanted to be taller, you wanted to have a smaller nose, and then you're wishing. But if you, let's say, got one of these things granted, let's say you wished one night that you were another 5 inches taller, so you were taller, and you woke up and you were 5 inches taller, and you were great, you were happy. But then the thing is, once you got that done, you just want something else, and you're always going to be wishing for that next thing, picking something of your life that you're unhappy with. But the way I see it is, you just gotta play the cards you've been dealt. Like, if you're always gonna be wishing that things were different, you're not gonna be really living your life, and your life is gonna pass you by in a blink of a second because you wanted all these things instead of playing that hand that you got dealt. Now, when you do go through high school, you don't want to steer away from the pack because it's gonna mean that you're different and you're gonna be teased. And the way I see it as well is that if you're gonna always be the same as everyone else, you're gonna be like everyone else. There's nothing unique about you. And the way I see it is, if there's nothing good about you, if there's nothing different about you, let's say, then what makes you think that someone's gonna like someone that is just the same as everyone else? So I kind of embrace unique. The way I think, the way I see life, the way I'm kind of approaching life, I like to think that it's a bit different from everyone else. But I'm not ashamed of it. I don't care, because I know to get me where I am today, to travel for an extended period of time, maybe forever, you have to adapt a different approach. And even if it means being unique or different, then just roll with it. Just own it. Like, that's the best thing that I can say, because now that I'm really embracing it, I've attracted the people that I want in life. And I don't have to wake up every day and like impress people. And all those people that give you a hard time for all those kind of things, let's say your facial features or something about you that they tease, you don't need those people in your life, because they're just toxic and they just want to bring you down. And because their cards weren't dealt the same way, they find that it's okay for them to make fun of other people, something that they don't have control over. But just cut them out of your life, because you don't need that kind of energy in your life. And when you do travel, let's say, for instance, like when I meet new people constantly at hostels and that, I really don't care how much money you have or how cool this is. What really appeals to me is whether this stranger, wherever he comes from in this world, whether that person operates from a place of love. Now, if they do operate from a place of love, I want them in my life because they're a good person. And if they're not, then you just don't have time for those kind of people. I know growing up for myself when I was a teenager, believe me when I say, when I was one of the most insecure kids. Picture me growing up. I had acne as a teenager. I was breaking out, and I would always be so like insecure to go in public and show my skin, because I'd be afraid I'd get teased, especially when all my friends had all this flawless skin. They've never had a pimple in their life. Things like my teeth, I used to have really crooked teeth, and that was something that I couldn't even laugh in public, just because like I wouldn't want to show my teeth and, you know, get made fun of. Things like my hairline, like it's one of those things. My father has lost parts of his hair, and you know, at some point I might have to face the fact that I will recede, and when that day comes I'll deal with it then. But when I was younger, I was always just hoping, wishing that it wasn't going to come then, because I know how much torment it was going to give me at such a young age. And one of the things is, believe me when I say, growing up as an Asian teenager, I have been called everything under the sun. Anything racial, you name it, I've been called it. And it's always from the people that, you know, didn't get those cards dealt. And it's funny because if things were a little bit differently, they wouldn't be doing that. They would know exactly how it feels, and you know, maybe they would come to realize that it's something that people don't have control over. So all in all, just play the cards that you've been dealt. Stop wishing every day and feeling sorry for yourself that you didn't have this thing. If it's things that you can actively change, like your weight or stuff like that, work towards it, because you do have the rest of your life to, you know, get through these things and make a positive change in your life. And from them onwards, you know, you can just not have to worry about these things that bother you, because everyone has their own. And there's no point, you know, thinking about it all the time. Just live your life, make the most of it, or else it's gonna go by like a blink of a second, and you're gonna wish that you didn't care so much what people think, people that actually don't mean anything in your life at all. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I will plan to make a bit more videos how I kind of have adopted this kind of mentality, which has helped me. If you do me a huge favor and like and subscribe to these videos, as I will be posting more in the near future. So all in all, live your life and don't give a fuck what people say, and do peace and love in the desert.